Good afternoon, and thank you for being here. Sean Barnes, Shonbarnes, Chief of Police, although I believe I've met everyone in the room. For more than 30 years, Tanya's family wanted nothing more than answers, closure, and justice.
Sorry, guys.
As a father of three kids, I can't imagine the pain Tanya's family had to endure. Today, I am grateful to announce that we have finally found the man responsible for taking her life. That man is in a King County jail just an earshot away from where we stand. And although he cannot hear my voice, my goal is to make sure that the voice of the King County justice system is heard in his. Why? Because Tanya's life mattered. She was only 14 years old. She was a daughter, sister, and a friend. She had just finished middle school and also worked in volunteer service. Her life mattered. Let me say that again. Her life mattered. Detective Norton never gave up. He is the best of the best in a department that does not rest until the job is done. I offer my deepest condolences and my personal prayers to her family. I offer my deepest appreciation to everyone involved, the men and women of the Seattle Police Department and our partners who worked for more than 31 years to bring justice and to bring closure. It is my pleasure to now introduce Detective Norton with a few case notes.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate that.
Good afternoon. I'm Rolf Norton. It's Rolfnorton. First, I'd like to acknowledge the original case detectives on this investigation who really set the investigative foundation that allowed future generations of detectives to get where we are today. And those detectives are Greg Mixell and Tom Pike. Back in 1994, we didn't have a CSI team. Homicide detectives went and processed the scene for evidence. And in this case, due to staffing or whatever was going on that Saturday afternoon in July of 1994, the lead detectives were also the scene detectives. So they did double duty. And the fact that we're here 31 years later talking about how physical evidence got us to the finish line is really remarkable and a testament to their skills and efforts back in July of '94. Along with that, we need to acknowledge all the work done by the Washington State Patrol crime laboratory scientists who have been working this case for 3 decades, tirelessly and enduring, testing evidence, retesting evidence, analyzing evidence, reanalyzing evidence, until advances allowed us to get to the conclusions we were able to make in November of 2025. And on that note, special consideration to the last scientist on this case, Catherine Hinkle, who really got us to the finish line. Now, yesterday we made an arrest on a case we've been working on for a very long time. And we've been here before, and we're gonna be here again. Now, that being said, today's not the day to take a victory lap. It's not a day to dance, to slap hands and like ourselves a lot. Today's a day to double down and refocus as we go to the next phase, the next part of this process in the criminal justice system, and do everything we can to assist the King County Prosecutor's Office in being successful in their mission. And to echo the Chief's comments, today's a day to take a step back and reflect on Tanya Frazier and to think about Tanya Frazier's family, her mother Teresa, and her sister Tiara. Thanks.
Right. I think we'll take a couple of questions.
Chief, can you elaborate on the or detective,
Yeah.
on a specific break in this case? You mentioned advancements in DNA technology. Can you get a little more into the specific turning point?
I can address that generally. Obviously, we have a suspect under arrest who will be charged, and most of these questions, as far as the case details, need to be answered at a later time in a different location, and that location is going to be the King County Courthouse. But on general terms, every day we can do more with less in forensic evidence and specifically with DNA. So going back to 1994, you could test for body fluids. Okay, going into the early 2000s, 2001, you can start testing for DNA, but it's a tough process. You're dealing with challenges of mixtures between victims and suspects and things like that. And as you progress and go further and further, you could just do more and more and more. You go back and retest things that you didn't get much result back a decade earlier that now opens doors.
And was this man an initial suspect back then?
We'll address that when we are at the King County Courthouse as this case develops.
Can you talk anything about the circumstances of his arrest?
Not today.
Not today.
Was his DNA ran through the inmate database, CODA or
CODIS, yes.
CODIS? And there was a hit through CODIS?
Yes.
Did it appear this could have been a random or a targeted attack?
We'll save that answer to that question for later.
Can you talk to at all cause of death?
I'm trying to remember the exact wording. She died from sharp force injuries to her neck and head.
This may be out of your purview, Chief or Detective, but this is a man that was once convicted and sentenced to life in prison without parole, who through resentencing was arrested on the streets. Any thoughts on that?
I'll speak.
Yeah.
You know, people forget that it's supposed to be a criminal justice system. We're just one part. I'm just thankful that our officers and our detectives did their part and did their work and never gave up. You know, the term cold case is a outdated term. We really don't use that anymore. Maybe it plays for the television cameras or for Hollywood, but for us, no case ever grows cold. We pass that case on to other detectives, like Detective Norton got passed on the case, and we continue to work it until we find a resolution for that case. So we're going to continue to work this and other cases until we see it totally through, like the detective mentioned earlier. So thank you so much. If you have any specific questions about the case that are, I guess, quantitative, we can get you those answers because we don't want to misspeak about something. So thank you so much.